Hey everyone, Phylaris here. I don't normally make videos like this, but I wanted to quickly address the change to the jungle items in the 10.25 patch. For those of you who haven't seen it, basic attacks will no longer grant one tick of the jungle item's damage over time. I'm seeing a lot of confusion about this change with regards to whom it's intended to nerf and why, so I'm going to give a quick breakdown. In prior seasons, reapplying the jungle item's damage over time would simply extend its duration. There would be no change in its actual DPS because all you were doing was making it last longer. In Season 11, this was changed so that reapplying the damage over time would also immediately provide the first tick of damage as an on-hit on the auto attack. Now this change is being reverted, which is causing a lot of confusion because it appears to be a nerf directed at any auto attack based jungler, many of whom were already underperforming with the removal of Machete. For those of you who don't want to watch a long explanation, here's the summary of what the reversion of this change actually does. You can essentially break down the roster of jungle champions into three early game categories. Number 1, AoE clearers with no attack speed steroids, such as Amumu and Hector. Number 2, auto attack based clearers with regular attack speed steroids, such as Nocturne and Jarvan. And number 3, auto attack based clearers with extreme attack speed steroids, such as Olaf and Urgot. This change obviously nerfs every jungler's early clear speed across the board, since we're losing some ticks of damage. But in terms of relative effect, this is a net nerf to the AoE clearers, a net buff to the attack clearers with regular attack speed steroids, and a net nerf to the auto attack clearers with extreme attack speed steroids. Here's why. Let's start with auto attack based clearers with extreme attack speed steroids. This includes champions like Urgot, Olaf, and Graves. Graves is a special case in that he's a slow hitter, but procced the damage tick on every monster hit by his auto attacks. So for example, if he was hitting 3 monsters at a time with an auto attack, he's now losing 3 separate instances of on-hit tick damage. So I'm just including him in this category for convenience sake. This is the category of junglers that's the easiest to understand. They auto-attack very quickly, so they applied many ticks of damage over time as a byproduct, as on-hit damage. They're now losing this on-hit effect, and as a result, they're now getting significantly fewer damage ticks. A very straightforward clear speed nerf. Now let's consider the AoE clearers with no attack speed steroids. Many are assuming that this category of junglers is actually getting off the easiest. It makes sense, right? They don't really hit very fast, so they didn't really get to utilize the on-hit ticks as often. But that's not the case. This category of junglers is actually being hit very hard. And the reason for this is a little counterintuitive. The tick rate of the damage over time on jungle items is actually slightly faster than the rate at which these champions with no attack speed steroids auto-attack. If you take a look at the base attack speed of champions at level 1, they generally fall within the 0.65 to 0.75 attack speed bracket. The effect of this was that these champions were auto-attacking right after a natural tick of damage over time, essentially causing a double tick of damage. Notice how I'm getting an isolated 10 damage tick. This is the natural damage over time tick of the jungle item, and then immediately afterward, another 10 damage tick attached to my auto attack. This repeats over and over for every single auto attack. The result of this is that the vast majority of the AoE heavy jungle roster with no attack speed steroids was essentially getting double ticks of damage, applying the damage over time at nearly double the normal rate, and greatly increasing the single target damage of these junglers, which is supposed to be their weakness. Now that this on-hit tick is being removed, these junglers are taking a corresponding hit to their damage, which is actually a large net nerf to their clear speed. The final category of junglers are the auto-attack based junglers with normal attack speed steroids. Examples include champions like Nocturne, Vi, Jarvan, Lee Sin, etc. Many people are assuming that the clear speed of this group of champions is being hit unnecessarily hard by this change, despite many of them already underperforming win rates. And it's true, they are getting nerfed. Less ticks of damage nerfs every jungler's clear speed. However, this group of junglers is actually getting buffed relative to the rest of the jungle roster, because it's getting nerfed the least. This is because the on-hit tick was the least effective on this category of junglers. The attack speed steroids of regular strength, we're boosting attack rates past the tick rate of the jungle item, causing these junglers to lose the overpowered double ticks. Notice how when my flag is active on Jarvan, I'm hitting just quickly enough that my auto attacks are coming in before the next dot tick. However, unlike champions like Urgot and Olaf with really extreme attack speeds, the rate at which you're attacking and applying the on-hit on these junglers isn't really enough to make up for the lost double ticks. And as a result, this category of junglers had the lowest synergy with the on-hit proc, and are getting nerfed the least by its removal. It's still likely that these junglers will underperform slightly, because now it's just like Machete was removed, and the only option we have is Talisman. So of course the Machete users got hit a bit. Hopefully some individual buffs will bring these champions back in line. Anyway, that about wraps it up for this video. I hope this was able to clear up some confusion about the change. For any regular viewers, yes, this does unfortunately mean I have to redo all of my Season 11 clears. But it is what it is, you know? Thanks for watching.